Hey guys, this is Sean with Esteem Moto. I have to admit, I've never ridden a 250 two-stroke before. So I did what any sane person would do. You'd hop on Facebook Marketplace and find the cheapest one that's closest to your home. And that's exactly what I did. So I went out and picked up this 1994 CR250. Now, the frame's white now, but it wasn't white when I picked it up. So I got this back from the powder coaters. I've already stripped it down, and I just want to show you all some of the process of tearing this thing down and what it looked like starting out. So let's hop to it. So as you can see here, we've got the early 2000s McDonald's paint scheme going on. A lot of red and yellow painted parts. It probably was stolen at some point in its career, but I checked the VIN number and it checks out. So first glance, the cases aren't broken, the frame's not cracked anywhere that I can find, and it actually does try to fire over. So the problem is I did try to start it, and it actually kicked over multiple times, ping, 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 and then flip. And so I decided to start digging into it, and what I found, I was a little bit shocked. We had a mouse nest in the air filter, and it obviously chewed a hole through the air filter. And unfortunately, while I was trying to start it, it started sucking some of it into the engine here. So you'll see I'll pull out a lot of debris, and most of that is actually up into the carburetor now. So it's one of these things, you never know what you're going to find on these old bikes, but it's lovely little surprises that you have to run into and take care of. But it's really not a big deal. Unfortunately, though, it is into the carburetor, and I think it's been in the carburetor for a while, because when you see this, look at the debris in there. And it's really caked in there. It was almost like a really hard paste almost. So decided to pull the carburetor off, and we're going to strip this thing down and clean it out anyways, but you can really see how gunky and neglected the bike's been, aside from the mouse house in it. The inside looked okay other than the particles there, so we started to dig in a little bit deeper, and here's where it gets really interesting. So here's most of the mouse nest stuck into the reed cage. Luckily, though, it was just easy to pull those out. Just poked them out, took a brush, cleaned them out. But here's the unfortunate news. That's the crank, so that's underneath the piston. The piston's all the way up, and there's mouse debris all up in there. So it's most likely meaning we're probably going to have to strip this thing down, split the cases, make sure it's cleaned out, do it proper. So, but that's okay. That's a project bike, So taking the carb apart the rest of the way, we're going to get it ready prepped to put it into the ultrasonic cleaner. And really overall, the inside looks okay. Slide was okay, had a few little pits in it. Kind of expected at these old ages on these bikes, but nothing insurmountable. We'll be able to clean this up. We'll get this thing running. So if you're interested in seeing more when we take the motor apart, follow along.